Can I ask you about the oil price, your favourite subject? Almost 2 years ago, you said that if crude oil fell below $80 a barrel, there would be a collapse in oil production. Well, the price is still below $50 and production hasn't stopped. Has your thinking changed on that at all?
Ну, если я говорил, что добыча нефти.
Well, if I said that oil output would end, then I was mistaken. I don't, it's true, remember where I said that, probably just off top of my head. But maybe I just don't remember. I said that new deposits wouldn't be commissioned at a certain oil price. Strictly speaking, that's what's happened. But maybe even surprisingly, our oil and gas companies, mainly the oil companies, are continuing to invest. In the past years, the oil companies have invested 1.5 trillion rubles, and if you take the state's investment, in the pipeline network in electricity sector, then the overall investment in energy is 3.5 trillion rubles in the past year. This is quite significant. Our oil output, electricity production is increasing. Production has declined a little, I think by about 1% in. By the way, we are the world's leaders. By the way, we are the world's leader in terms of natural gas exports, with a global share of about 20%. In the export of liquid hydrocarbons, we also hold a leading position. We're first in the exports of liquids. Even though we still hold first place in gas exports, our internal production has slipped a little. But this is due to an increase in hydropower output for electricity. Demand for gas from thermal power stations has dropped somewhat. That's the result of restructuring of the situation in our domestic energy market. On the whole, Gazprom is in great shape and is increasing exports to its traditional partner countries.
You're going to talk to the Saudi Deputy Crown Prince at the G20, Mohammed bin Salman. There's talk, would you still be in favour of a production freeze if the Saudis want that?
As far as I'm aware, Mr. Salman is the Deputy Crown Prince, but that's a detail. He's a very energetic state figure, and we really have struck up a good relationship. This is a man who knows what he wants and knows how to achieve his goals. But at the same time, I think he's a very reliable partner with whom you can reach agreements and can be certain that those agreements will be honored. But still, it wasn't us who rejected the idea of freezing output levels. It was our Saudi partners who at the last moment changed their view and decided to take a pause in taking this decision. But I want to repeat, our position hasn't changed, and if Prince Salman and I speak about this, then I shall of course put forward our position again. We believe that this is the right decision for world energy. That's the first thing. The second thing is that everyone knows what the dispute was all about. The dispute was that if production were to be frozen, then everyone should do it, including Iran. But we understand that Iran is starting from a very low level, related to the well-known sanctions against this country. It would be unfair to leave it at this sanctioned level. I think that from the viewpoint of economic sense and logic, it would be correct to find some sort of compromise. I'm sure that everyone understands that. The issue isn't economic, but political. I would very much like to hope that every market participant who is interested in maintaining stable and fair global energy prices will be in the end make the necessary decision.
So you would be in favor of a production freeze, but giving Iran a little bit of leeway to do what they need to do?
Да.
Yes,